Hello and welcome. My name is Christoph Putz and I am your IT career guide. In today's video, I want to share a secret with you. The secret really that will help you to get more job interviews and to have more success when you're out in the job market looking for a new job. So I'm in IT for almost 23 years now. And I have done quite a few things. I worked for different companies. Usually I was able to find a job fairly quickly. But there was a certain point in my career where I was really trying to make a step up, to move into a better position, to have more success with my attempts to get a job interview. And I talked to a recruiter and we discussed my resume, and he said, well, you're working in IT for already 12 years at that point. Why are you only using 2 pages or 1.5 pages in your resume? And I looked at him and I said, well, that's common advice that you get everywhere. Have a 1-page, maybe 2-page resume. And he let me in on the secret. It's just like, you have a lot of experience. It's not about the number of companies you worked for that you want to show on your resume, but you want to use your resume to really showcase the experience, the project that you have worked on. And so together we sat down and we looked at my resume, and I was able to quickly point out a few more items that would be specific to the jobs I was applying for at that moment, so that I could supply supplemental information that would make me more interesting for somebody to look at my resume and identify, yeah, that's a good match, let's talk to this guy. So we worked through that, and then we just looked at the different sections. Together we developed what my resume is today, that really showcases my start in IT, moving from tech support into systems administration, systems engineering, becoming a specialist in a highly difficult technology, and then moving into IT middle management, and then really taking that next step from a team lead to become a senior IT manager, what I am today. So that advice back then really has helped me, because it really changed the game for me, and I saw almost immediate results when I started applying. Why would you not want a 1-page resume? Why would you want your resume to really reflect who you are, but also help you to open the door? So that's the million-dollar question here in a certain way. You want your resume to be the door opener. So the next thing really that gets you into the door, that gets the recruiter excited. They talk to the hiring manager. They look at your resume together, and the hiring manager says, yes, I want to talk to that person. There's exactly what I need on that resume. And that's very challenging to do with a 1-page resume, because if you think about it, you have your header up on top, potentially the section with your skill set, or an intro blurb, I'm writing you to blah, blah, blah. You get the idea. So it's really important that you look at the different sections of your resume. And that's really, okay, you have the header up on top. Then you show your intro, who you are or what you represent. Then you show your primary skills as an example. And then when your first work experience comes, that's where you want to start shining the light on all the projects, all the good work that you have done, where you really learned additional skills and put them to work. So that's really important. So that first page, yes, it is important. So that was probably the base idea behind the 1-page resume. But then if you look at it, okay, IT is a very complex area. Working in information technology is not something you just pick up and you learn one skill and you're good for the next 30 years. So you have to constantly relearn. And what the hiring manager probably would like to see is really, what technologies have you worked with? Are you acquiring new skills as you go? And you just cannot showcase that really in a 1-page resume. So you need at least that second page. And then, of course, it depends on if you're just coming out of college. A 1-page resume is all fine and dandy, and there's nothing you can do about it. You just don't have enough things you can put on your resume. But as your career grows and as you build up that skill set, it's important to show that you did project-related work, that you have certain skills for your day-to-day work, that you show that you're learning new technologies, new skills, that your experience goes up. So you're working your way up from a junior position to a senior level position. It doesn't matter the role, but that path you want to showcase. And if you're just showcasing with 2 or 3 lines per company, I worked as a senior systems administrator here and I did Exchange email administration. Well, what else did you do? Is there anything else that helps the hiring manager to identify you as a great candidate for that position? So look at your resume really as the advertisement. You're advertising yourself. And well, who says you need to stick to that one page? Nobody. It's really do yourself a favor and think about how you want to represent yourself, how you want to showcase your career, where you have done certifications, which skills you learned, which projects you worked on, and then look at the sections and say, okay, at this company I did that and that and that and that, and the list gets longer. So you get the idea. It's very important to showcase that. So from that perspective, forget the one-page resume unless you are new out of college or you really just worked at one company for just a couple of years. As you grow older and you have more and more stations on your resume, I mean, I think I'm on employer number 8 at the moment. And if I look at my very first job here, it's just like I worked as a customer service rep in a call center for a shipping company. I am at a senior IT manager level. Does it really matter that I worked for a shipping company in a call center? No, but I can remove that company from the resume, but the customer service skills that I picked up, that I can put into play, let's say with the next role where I worked in tech support on the phone and provided software support for the customers of that company. So how can I look at that position and look at, okay, I need customer service skills. I need technical skills. How do I marry that together? And I could write, used my 6 years of customer service experience, blah, blah, blah. I mean, in this case, I had 1 year of customer service experience. It doesn't really matter, but you get the idea. So marry the skills from previous positions potentially into one of the next one. And that's how you want to look at. So, I mean, if you are like a consultant and you work for many different companies, maybe you stay with the same employer, but you go from one company to another and you do your consulting work for 6 to 12 months, 18 months, whatever it is. But if you treat each of these places as a project, you will run out of space on even the second page very quickly. So let's say you are building yourself up to become an ERP implementation specialist. So that's really where you want to showcase, okay, how many implementations have you done? What platforms are you familiar with? Which platforms are you mostly skilled with? And what were the challenges you ran into? If you want to advertise yourself with 1 page or 1.5, yeah, you're probably not doing yourself a favor. So think about how you can get all these pieces together. Don't be scared to go to a 3rd page. But on the 3rd page, I usually use the bottom half to show my education and certifications. And above, it's probably just 2 lines, maybe 3 lines per additional employer that I have at that point. So for me, it's really on the page 1, showcase the most important work experience, so my last workplace or where I'm currently working. And then on page 2, you go down to that next one and that next one. But focus on the last few because that's really where the value is. Even with me, okay, I manage a global help desk. Okay, I did tech support 20 years ago. It helps a little bit. It's important, but does it deserve a lot of time on my resume? No, it probably is more important. What did I do in my last job before this one in regards to what type of customer service, help desk, staff, numbers of tickets, KPIs? All these things are much more important. And that's how you have to look at your resume and then make the appropriate changes. So I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to respond there, or depending on what it is, make another video about it. So if you like this video as well, please give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do so as well. And then I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye-bye.